Hi guys. Well, here we are back in iBooks again, and this time we're going to open up our study watchtower. And we're going to go ahead and go to one of our study articles. Let's say, you are a trusted steward. Now you'll notice as you go through this article that whenever there's a scripture cited, it's in blue. And if you see something in blue, it means that you can look that scripture up. So let's go ahead and touch the scripture. And what that does, it takes you to another page with that scripture in the list. And these are actually the citations in order here. If you were to page through that, you'd see these in here. So you got to look on the page to see it. It happens to be the first one here. Now, how do you get back to the article? There's two ways you can do it. You can use our old friend back to page at the bottom left and hit that, and that will take you back to where you were. Or, we're going to go to the scripture again. You can touch the scripture reference itself. Notice it says 1 Corinthians 6:19, and there's a little up sign there. If you touch that, it'll take you back to where you were. So you've got two different ways to return to that. So if I turn the page here, let's look at one of our other scripture references, Luke 12. And once I get done reading it, I can just touch on Luke 12 again, takes me back where I was. So that's how you jump back and forth with the scriptures. Okay, now a few other things in iBooks. One thing I've noticed people, they kind of get panicked because if you just look at the screen for a while and read it, you'll notice what happens is that, see what just happened? Our little navigation handle down at the bottom went away and our buttons up top disappeared. Well, if that happens, all you got to do is just touch anywhere in the screen one time and they'll come back. And if I touch again, they disappear. So just touch the screen once and those will come back on for you. Alright, some other items. You'll notice up to the right of our library button, there's a little button that looks kind of curious with 3 lines and 3 dots. If you touch that, that will take you to the table of contents for our magazine. And from there, you can touch any one of these articles, or you can just hit resume. That'll take us back where we were. If I go back on my table of contents, I can touch on question from readers and it will take me there. And if I want to return to where I was, I can use our old friend back to page down at the bottom. Notice it's back to where we were before we started. So another way you can navigate around in your document. Now you notice up in the top right, you've got a few other icons you can touch on. This one with a small a and a large a, if I touch that, I've got a few things I can do here. I can grab and drag around the brightness. You can't see it on my screen recording, but it makes the display darker and lighter. You can make the font smaller, or make the font larger. You can change the font. So if I touch fonts, I have some different options of fonts I might want to use instead. You got those available for you. And then if you touch themes, you can have a white background, a sepia background, black with white text. I'm not crazy about that one, but somebody might find that more readable. I usually work in white. So if you want to get out of this, just touch anywhere outside of that rectangle and it'll go away. Now you notice you got a magnifying glass. You can search for any text that's in this article. So if we just take a look for Jehovah here, it will pull up You don't even have to hit enter, you just start typing. It's going to pull up every single occurrence, and if I drag this list up, it'll pull up every single occurrence of Jehovah, and if I touch that, it will take me to that reference with the word highlighted. Notice that? If I want to go back to where I was, our old friend down the bottom left corner takes us back to where we were. One more thing we can do is we can bookmark pages. That's what that little bookmark icon is in the top right corner. If I wanted to bookmark this page, I just touch that once, and notice a little bookmark comes down on that page. And I can flip through some pages and I can bookmark that page. So now how are those handy? Well, if you wanted to bookmark some things you're interested in and then go back to them later, what you do is you touch your table of contents button, and notice you've got bookmarks. And those are the 2 bookmarks we just made. And you can touch those and go back to them. You want to get rid of the bookmark, you just touch it again and it's gone. So I hope that helps you learn how to navigate. When we do our next video, I'm going to show you how to highlight and underline the articles for study. See you soon.